It's Inside Hart County Football with head coach Rance Gillespie and your host, Doc Harris. Recorded in Studio 604B at Hart College and Career Academy. Here's your host, Doc Harris.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Inside Hart County Football for the fourth week of the year. Where's this season going, Coach?
I don't know. It flies by, doesn't it, Doc?
I'm telling you what, you got what started off as a fun evening Friday night with seeing all the alumni and all the old faces. Really got a whole lot more fun watching a group of young men celebrate with the bell.
Yeah, it was a big night in a lot of different ways. The alumni night, which was great, seeing all those guys come back and join us Friday, and then the rec night and having all those youth football players on the field with the cheerleaders and all those things. You had the baton twirlers and a little bit of everything. So
I think the only thing we didn't have was smoke jumpers. Coach, we talked about this last week. We knew going into Madison, you were looking somewhat at a mirror of what you saw with Commerce, same basic style of philosophy. After that first possession for Madison, great job fitting it for the most part the rest of the game.
Yeah, there was a lot of areas defensively where we showed a lot of improvement. I thought that we tackled the dive a lot better than we did the week before. I thought that for the most part we were on our quarterback responsibility better than we were the week before. He got loose on us once or twice on a cutback on the midline. There was a couple of times that we didn't quite fit the midline the way we were supposed to, they were more speed sweep than we had seen against Commerce, and they had some guys that could run on the perimeter.
Yeah,
So we've got to continue to improve and be more physical, getting off blocks and doing a great job on the perimeter.
Let's look at the first half of Friday night and take the opening possession and go the length of the field.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job. With the kickoff return, a lot of people are starting to give us some of the junk kicks and try to keep us out of a return, and we don't want to do that. We want to be aggressive there. But I thought this opening drive was really good. I thought our pace of play was really nice. Thought we were coming off the football. Thought we came out ready to play in this football game. I thought there's a lot of things that were going on in this opening drive. I thought Luke did a good job with his RPOs and picking his spots, and I thought Malachi did a good job running the football, and we fit the stuff that we needed to up front. Finished with a nice power play and a good physical run there, and stick the first one in. I thought it was a really nice opening drive. Certainly the best drive that we've had so far this season.
And then kick off to Madison.
Yeah, this was my call. They've got had a really good returner, and so we tried a little sky. Didn't fit it or didn't hit it exactly the way we wanted to, and we give them the ball there at the 40, and the rest of the night we let Tucker hit it, and he did a great job doing that.
Yeah.
That was one of the midlines where the ball got cut back on us, and didn't do a great job fitting that, and they take the ball right down the field on us here.
You do a good job there with the option. I thought there were two wing backs. I don't know what the technical term are for them, but both of those young men are very talented football players.
Yeah, 1 and 6 are good players. I think one's already committed to Kennesaw State, and 6 I think's the fastest kid on the team. So they've got good athletes, especially out on the perimeter.
This is a good response here. I mean, take the second possession and go the length of the field with it.
Yeah, I think that was big. There were a couple of times where we got turnovers or we got a stop, and we had a chance to really kind of put the game away, and we need to do that. But this is a good response here, and in football the two sides feed off of one another. And I thought this was big offensively to keep this thing going and put together some positive plays and another really nice drive.
Nice target there. He's been playing extremely well. Again, that's Lackey on the sweep.
Yeah, both the freshmen got several carries, and again, a good decision with the RPO. Crew breaks the tackle and gets it down inside the 5, and again, run the power, and then we come back with a little bit of a variation off of that play, and are able to stick in another one.
Yeah. So it's 14-7, and again, the answer of the score.
Right, and like I said, I thought our kids came out with the right intensity. Great kick out of Tucker, and that's a huge weapon in high school football when you put one in the end zone and you force a team to drive 80 yards on you instead of a 60-yard field or something like that. Going 80 yards is a little bit different.
I told some of them in the press box we need to put Tucker into a square groove kicking so you can get that one to bite on the 1 yard line.
Good play there out of Kamen, and get some pressure and some juice off the edge and get a big stop for us.
Yeah. Malachi punt return.
Good run out of Scooter, and I thought he had a good night for us. Again, and you're starting to see our kids find a comfort with the things that they're doing. Good decision out of Luke here on the play that we normally put the ball in the flat, and they covered the flat that time, so he takes off with it, and good job out of him.
Madison gets the ball back and gets a crease there.
Yeah, this is one of the plays where I was talking about where we've got to do a better job setting an edge to our defense and getting the perimeter defended.
This one I think
It's
comes back.
It just comes down to being able to get off blocks on the perimeter. And at times we did just that. And when we did, we blew the play up and played it really well.
Great job there.
And Jackson is a new face for us. We're excited about what he brings to the table, and he made some plays for us, and he's kind of learning what's going on. A good job out of Luke, and that's not his first progression. He saw Kane pop open and able to get the ball out there to him and make a big play for us. Again, I thought our speed of play was as good as it's been all year, and I thought that it really affected this game. We had a couple of holding calls in here that really hurt us. Or again, I felt like we could have controlled the game a little bit earlier than what we did. Good job fitting on the midline that time, taking the dive in the quarterback, and I just think that our kids played better disciplined football and were fitting things better than they had the week before.
Goes back, I guess, to the understanding of things a little bit. Haven't seen it. We talked so much about it, the learning for this team
that is good defense right there. To eliminate the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, and stop an option play for no gain. Yeah. And several kids doing what they're supposed to do when that happens. And did a good job being in position on the play action, which is a challenge anytime that you're playing option football. Yeah. It's really fun to watch all the black shirts getting to the football. I think we're doing a lot better job with that and pursuing the football.
Well, start there.
Again, you start to see us setting an edge, and just a couple of different times where we've got a good play here out of Monte. Got to hang on to it. Leave no doubt that it's our ball. He did possess it. They gave it to us right there at the 1, and now we kind of tuck it in, take the take the thing to half, and that was kind of our goal, was just to get it to the half, and
Burn the
felt
clock.
like we had control of the football game.
Okay, 14-7 at the half. First time this year going in with a lead. What was the locker room like?
Our kids were excited. I mean, they knew that they were playing well, and we just wanted to continue that momentum.
Finish the drills, to borrow a phrase from one of your friends. All right, we're going to be right back. We'll look at the second half and talk about this week's opponent. Wait a minute. There is no opponent this week. We'll talk about the open date. You're watching Inside Hart County Football.
The Hart County College and Career Academy provides new and improved learning opportunities to students in our community. With new technology and equipment in every classroom, students have the resources to ensure a better education. We guarantee that the Hart County College and Career Academy will further prepare students for their future and their careers. Hart County College and Career Academy, preparing students for their future.
Hart County High School is about academics, sports and training, bulldog chow, reading, teamwork, brilliant minds, preparing for the future. Hart County High School is the school made for us.
Welcome back. Halftime 14-7, coming out the second half. Really, the third quarter was two defenses.
Right.
And then finally get to one drive in the third quarter that breaks the game open.
Yeah, I mean, well, they came back and responded, and then we were able to put the ball or put the game away as as we headed into the fourth quarter, and then just kind of played it close to the vest and controlled the football and turned it into a physical football game. We talked to our kids about that before the game, wanting it to be a physical battle. We felt like we would have the upper hand if we could do that, and we were able to do just that.
One thing about a physical battle, 28 carries, 172 yards from Malachi.
Yeah, and he played really well. I thought he saw things really well, and Malachi is a bright kid and a very smart football player, and that's one of his gifts. He's very easy to coach. He catches on to things really fast, and he's patient, and he sees things really well. But anytime you have a back that runs for those types of yards, there's a lot of people playing really well around.
Those folks up front did a great job.
And not just the linemen.
Yeah.
I think we're blocking better on the perimeter.
Exactly.
Than we have since I've been here. I think that we do have a physicality to us at our wideout position. I think those guys are playing really hard on downs that that they're not getting the ball, and that is something that I'm really proud of because it says a lot about who those kids are. It's not about me touching the ball. It's not about me getting my touches. It's about us doing well as a team. And if it means that I'm going to turn into a perimeter blocker for the second half so that we can close this thing out, then that's what I'm going to do. And they did a really nice job.
Let's look at the second half. Kickoff to start the second half. Again, great job kicking the ball deep.
Yeah, I thought he hit the ball really well, and again, it's a weapon when we can put it in the end zone, and you eliminate an opportunity that they have for a return. come out in the second half, and we were not pleased with the way that we allowed them to move the ball down the field, and somewhere on into this drive we call a timeout and just tried to regroup, regain our intensity that we had started the game with, and I thought after this that our kids
Responded well.
A couple of the guys that they had on that could get the ball out on the perimeter, you had to fit it exactly right. And again, the big thing that we have to do is defeat a block, play better with our hands, and make tackles in space. But I thought, inside again, we did a great job on the dive, and for the most part, this not being one of them, we did a pretty good job on the quarterback. Now, he is a good player, and has a quick step and has some wiggle to him.
The extra point makes it 14 up. So another growing opportunity with this drive, and Malachi starts it off with a bang.
Right, and I think this was another big drive to kind of regain control of the football game, and they get an opportunity to go down, get it tied back up, and it's got to be discouraging when the offense controls the football, moves the ball right back down the field, and especially the way that we did it. And this was a drive that I was really proud of our offensive line, and big play right here. We run all the hitches, and we end up running a hitch and go, get a little bit of pressure off the backside, but both of the guys on the outside were open, and good job with Luke making a play with his feet moving, and he did that a couple of times. Really well blocked there, and good job finishing out of Malachi. I thought Caden Hart did a good job at that right tackle position. Seth Elrod pulled a lot on what we did with our powers, and Seth, if you watch close on his, he got a couple of pancakes on some of those powers on the linebacker.
Good job fitting the quarterback that time.
Good job getting the edge set there, and almost get it stopped before it gets started, and get a stop.
The pressure sets up a short punt, and you got a chance here really to take complete control of the game.
Yeah, this is one where we get a little bit behind the sticks because of one of the holding penalties, and we need to find a way to push this thing on in. But good run there, and we blocked well on the perimeter. This was called back for a block in the back. The screen game continues to be good for us. Another good job there of making a play with his feet moving, and Crew does a good job finding an open spot and gives us a chance to keep the chains moving.
Good solid field goal there.
Yeah, at the time that was a really big kick. Puts us up by 2 scores, which is a really big difference than just the 1 touchdown.
And then
it gives us an opportunity to really kind of call this game a little bit different. And another big turnover here. And again, we just got to find a way to end it and to put it away.
good effort to get the throwaway. And we're getting a little bit of a rain shower right along there, and the ball was wet.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into a kick. You know, you got to have a snap, a hold, and a kick, and we got to be able to execute all 3 phases. But again, the defense comes up big and fitting things pretty well. I thought we had another good good series there out of our defense.
And then you run the clock out.
Yeah, at this point we're calling the game differently than we would and normally, and trying to shorten the game and trying to get out of there with a 10-point win. Again, I thought our power, our outside zone, our counter game were all really big for us. It was a big punt here. He only had one on the night, and this one was huge.
This is an A+.
Good job getting everybody down there and getting Ken inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. And now they got to go 98, and you kind of like your chances.
Good pressure up front.
Good pressure out of Kamen there. Get him knocked out of bounds. Better job setting it that time. Another big sack out of Kamen. Puts them in long yardage. And when you're in this style of offense, that's a nice open field tackle out of Monte. And when you're in this style of offense, you're just not you're not set up really to
make big plays with the passing game.
To move the ball down the field with the throw. So. I thought this was a really smart
play
out of Malachi, taking the knee, not running out of bounds, not risking it, and realizing where we were in the game.
24-14, got a chance to ring the bell. You and I talked last week about the need for this team to get a win. Where does this put us in the process?
Well, I think it does a lot for our confidence. It lets our guys know what we can be, and I thought we played a good football game, and I've said from the beginning, I think that you'll see this team, with our youth, continue to get better throughout the year, and I think you have seen that, and I think you're starting to see some fruits of that labor.
Open week this week in Jackson County. There's a lot of discussion. We won't get into it about the timing of an open date. What's going to be the target focus for this week? Getting better as ourselves?
Well, I think there's a lot of things that you want to accomplish in an open week. The season's a marathon, the season's long. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that you want to do is you want to manage their bodies, and so it is a time to get their legs back a little bit. So the practices are not quite as long. We give our young guys a little bit more work than we typically would in a normal game week. At the same time, there's still a lot of fundamentals that we know that we can get better at, mm-hmm. And so you want to go back and hone in on some of the fundamentals and get better at those things. And then if you got an opportunity, you got a 2-week head start on Jackson, you want to introduce that as well. So really balancing those three things with managing their bodies and fundamentals and getting ready for Jackson is what we'll try to do. The difficult thing is those things don't always go together. Managing the bodies and fundamentals are kind of hard to do. Mm-hmm. So we do things in spurts, and I encourage our kids that they have to be able to change gears. Okay. And know when it's time to go to work, and know when it's time to watch the JV guys and give them their opportunities. And but so far we've had a good off week.
Good. Coach, you'll be off next week. We'll be talking with someone else next week, so I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
You've been watching This Week Inside Hart County Football. Good night.